Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome to the program. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA. The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has achieved yet another milestone in its ongoing efforts to develop communities and empower the people across the oil-rich but largely beleaguered region. The leadership of the commission last week, alongside Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, and Minister of Regional Development, Engineer Abubakar Momo, inaugurated the 7.6-kilometer Eziama-Aba-Owerri-Nkwoji Road, which connects Nwagili and Isialambano local government areas. Residents of the area commended the intervention agency for delivering the much-needed project and encouraged the NDDC to sustain its developmental strides across the region.
Just as veins and arteries transport blood throughout the body, roads serve as the lifelines of a nation, facilitating the movement of people, goods and services. A well-developed road network is crucial for economic growth and societal progress. However, across the Niger Delta, the deplorable state of roads has long been a source of frustration for residents who endure grueling and uncomfortable experiences plying the often dilapidated roads in the region. Recognizing this pressing challenge, the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), under its current leadership, is taking decisive actions in addressing this long-standing infrastructure deficit in line with its mandate to facilitate development and drive socio-economic growth. Last week, the Commission was in Imo State to inaugurate the 7.6-kilometer Eziama-Aba-Owerri-Nkwoji Road connecting Nwangele and Isialambano local government areas. The Governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, and other dignitaries joined the leadership of the Commission for the task. The people who came to witness the ceremonial opening of the reconstructed road admitted that they were skeptical when the project started at the tail end of 2023. But now, seeing the road completely transformed, they say it's not just a huge relief but also a sign of renewed hope for many more projects and initiatives by the rejuvenated NDDC.
This road before, you can't pass it. The road was so bad that not even people that are walking with their legs, they can't see where to pass. Talk less of vehicles crossing the road. But now it's now motorable. To God be the glory. We are so happy.
This road will bring developments and good tidings to the people of this area and all of us.
In his remarks, the NDDC Chief Executive, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, reassured the people that with the full backing of President Bola Tinubu and collaboration with state governments in the region, the NDDC remains committed to transforming the Niger Delta for the better.
We are in compliance to Mr. President's directive that abandoned projects should be completed, and we should also undertake new projects that add value to the people of the Niger Delta. This is one of such projects. We also encourage other state governments to also come up with such partnership. Let us partner together to bring development to the people of our region.
Goodwill messages came from the Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, who was accompanied by his deputy, Lady Chinyere Ekomaru, the Minister of Niger Delta Development, Engineer Abubakar Momo.
Your light-up program, which I must publicly now commend, help in solving the insecurity in Imo State. All the dark areas, all the blackouts are being addressed by NDDC through their light-up programs, both in rural and urban centers.
With what we are seeing today, you can see the effect of partnership with state government. So I want to use this opportunity to call on all other state government to partner with NDDC. Don't see NDDC as competitors. They are there to assist.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doediri says his administration is committed to the complete transformation of Yenagoa, the state capital, into a vibrant and modern city. Governor Diri made this known last week when he was joined by his Adamawa State counterpart, Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri, for the inauguration of 40 completed duplexes for commissioners in the state, as well as a 2.1-kilometer dualized road within the new Yenagoa city. Governor Fintiri then commended Governor Diri for his massive investment in an infrastructure, describing it as worthy of recognition.
Governor Doediri of Bayelsa State has indeed sown the seeds of prosperity in the oil-rich state, and today they have blossomed into a harvest of impactful projects and programs. This is evident in the over 3-week-long spree of inaugurations and commissioning activities marking the 5th anniversary of the Prosperity Government. Last week, the governor of Adamawa State, Right Honorable Ahmadu Fintiri, joined him to commission a 40-unit duplex residential quarters for commissioners, a project designed to provide modern and comfortable housing for members of the State Executive Council. Additionally, a 2.1-kilometer dual carriageway in the new Yenagoa city area was inaugurated for use by the people. Speaking at the event, Governor Fintiri commended Governor Diri for his dedication to delivering the dividends of democracy by prioritizing the welfare of his people through impactful infrastructure projects.
His Excellency Doediri is delivering on his campaign promises and changing the narratives of Bayelsa with a speed and precision that has never been witnessed before.
The Bayelsa State Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Moses Taiboe, added that the project would not only boost interconnectivity but also play a crucial role in fostering the economic growth of both the new Yenagoa city and the state at large.
We are confident that with the completion of this road project within the new Yenagoa city GRA, it will to a large extent improve both human and vehicular movements, improve the ambience and aesthetics of Yenagoa, provide accessibility to security operatives to protect the environment, and attract rapid and fast flow of business activities within the new Yenagoa city.
In his address, Governor Diri noted that all the projects completed and ongoing are part of a broader vision to transform Yenagoa into a vibrant and modern city that is equipped with world-class infrastructure and social amenities.
Today, we have a completed, well-completed commissioner's quarters. Our job is to make things simpler for our people and make our people to be happy.
He went on to reiterate his administration's commitment to sustain the current momentum of development, ensuring Bayelsa State continues on its path of progress and meaningful development.
Inside the Niger Delta.
As seasonal floods and rising sea levels continue to threaten lives and livelihoods across coastal communities in the Niger Delta, residents of Sangana in Brass local government area of Bayelsa State are crying out for urgent intervention. They are appealing to the federal government and its agencies to come to their aid as the relentless ocean tide inches closer to swallowing their ancestral homeland. The community, gripped by uncertainty, says over 2 kilometers of their land have already been lost to the surging ocean. If nothing is done very quickly, the entire community could be completely washed off in a few years.
With many coastal communities already battling with this, the uncertainties and danger faced by the people of Sangana in Brass local government area of Bayelsa State, sitting right at the edge of the ever-intimidating Atlantic Ocean, are quite gripping.
I built this house 2000. As I built the house, water just come and move it out. Since that time, nowhere to stay. Now, I dey for school premises. Now there I dey live.
For long, we have been suffering for this thing. All our house demolished. Everything, we can't go to fishing because there's no house to stay. That is why we are suffering. The erosion have taken all the building.
This precarious situation in the fishing and agrarian community of Sangana dates back to the late 1980s, when occasional overflows, which often receded quickly, became more frequent and destructive, leaving both homes and farmlands completely destroyed. Despite interventions over the years, residents say these efforts have done little to safeguard their ancestral home, which now faces the looming threat of complete extinction.
You can see the job done by Babangida government, 1991, 1992. It was eroded. NDDC came in 2009 and stopped halfway here. And this is a community that hosts 7 oil companies.
In March last year, the tide came again and several homes caved in, leaving hundreds of families counting their losses. Frustrated by years of neglect, residents took to the street in a mass demonstration, wielding placards and chanting. Their protest was directed at the government and several oil companies, whom they accused of turning a blind eye to their plight despite the environmental and economic hardship they endure.
We have corn oil here, we have First E&P here, we have Chevron here, we have Bonga field, we have Agbami oil field, we have Shell. So how come it that we have been abandoned for this long, since 2009 till date? Are we not part of this government? Are we not part of this country? We have even ecological funds. Those funds are supposed to be plowed back to these areas where we need the help.
Inside the Niger Delta gathered that many of the affected residents are either displaced and seeking refuge outside the community or living in makeshift displacement camp within a primary school. Responding to this troubling situation, the leadership of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, visited the community with relief materials and a promise of hope for lasting intervention.
It is very, very obvious that the people of Sangana need help. The sheet pile right now is not the only solution, because the strength of the wave is also capable of breaking those sheet piles. So we have to reduce the strength of the wave. The geotube technology, which we're also exploring, which we think is going to be more sustainable than using the sheet piles, which is going to serve 2 purposes. It will also serve the purpose of breaking the wave and also retaining the land.
The people expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for directing the NDDC to assist them and appreciated the state government for its efforts so far. However, given the scale of the threat, which appears beyond what the state government can handle alone, they are urging the federal government to take swift action to address this environmental concern.
We are still requesting for more relief materials because the people are still homeless. But what we need is some action. What we need is a block that has to be laid. We call on Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is a listening father, to come to the aid of Sangana people. And of course, the government of Bayelsa State is not exception. Otherwise, if this is not done speedily, in the nearest possible time, Sangana will go into extinction. So that is the cry of the people of Sangana.
This ticking time bomb extends beyond Sangana to other communities in Bayelsa like Odioma and Koluama, as well as Obiafu in Rivers and Ayetoro in Ondo states. To avoid an irreversible catastrophe, urgent and decisive actions must come at the speed of light before these communities are swallowed whole by the unrelenting waters.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Ezekiel Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Ezekiel Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
And now we go to Delta State. Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori of Delta State is back on the field personally supervising the quality and pace of work on projects currently ongoing across the oil-rich state. Governor Oborewori insists this is to ensure that the government and its people get the highest standards of quality and maximum value for money for its investments in infrastructure. Some of the projects visited last week include the flyover bridges at Enere Junction and DSC Roundabout in the Warri area, the 46-kilometer Ohoro Bomadi Road, the Model Technical College of Madino, and the Southern Delta University Ozoro, amongst others.
It was a busy week for Governor Sheriff Oborewori and some of his cabinet members, as the governor, known for his signature monitoring and supervision of ongoing projects, was back on the road to assess the level and quality of work on several projects across Delta State. At Enere Junction, Governor Oborewori was warmly received by a visibly excited crowd. The governor, who expressed satisfaction with the quality and pace of work, spoke about efforts the administration is making in the health sector.
People are happy, everywhere people are happy seeing projects like this. You're also aware, in few months from now, not even months, we have ordered the 8 dialysis machine. So also the scan machine, they also coming. Definitely by this month, we are sure of the scan machine we arrive at the grace of God.
At Orere Bridge in Uheli South Local Government Area, Governor Oborewori expressed concern over the slow pace of work and directed the contractors to speed up efforts to ensure the timely completion of the project, which serves as a vital link for over 15 riverine communities. The governor also inspected the ongoing construction of the 46-kilometer Ohoro Bomadi Road, which links Uheli North, Uheli South, Patani, Burutu, and Bomadi local government areas, as well as the concrete paved Edo Road in Uheli. Others visited include the ongoing Orerokpe, Okuloho, Oviri Okpe Road and stormwater drainage at Ugolo Okpe Junction in Okpe local government area. The governor also inspected some educational facilities like the Model Technical College or Madino in Warri South local government area of the state and the Southern Delta University Ozoro, formerly known as Delta State University of Science and Technology.
And we're very happy with the project. The project is going on very well. When it's completed, we'll be able to house the medical school. And I know that very soon they will also approve law, they will approve other courses in this university.
The governor and his team also inspected the nearly completed 8 units of 4-bedroom duplexes for commissioners initiated to address the shortage of official residences for members of the State Executive Council. The project contractor hailed the governor for initiating major projects that are stimulating socio-economic growth and changing the face of the state.
From roads to buildings, he has done personal inspection on all these projects. I believe he has done very well. The plan for Delta States, he's carrying it out very well. So we must commend the governor and we say thank you.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Plans for the 25th anniversary of the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC have officially kicked off with the unveiling of the NDDC Silver Jubilee logo. As part of the celebrations, the Commission also unveiled a mascot for the Niger Delta Sports Festival, a regional competition set to take place in Akwa Ibom State from April 1st to 9th. Speaking at the event in Owerri, the Imo State capital, the special guest of honor, Governor Hope Uzodimma, highlighted the strong commitment of President Bola Tinubu to the development of the region through his unwavering support for the intervention agency.
In July 2025, the Niger Delta Development Commission will mark 25 years since its establishment as a special purpose vehicle tasked with the enormous responsibility of coordinating and facilitating holistic development and sustainable peace across the previously deprived and marginalized communities of Nigeria's oil-rich region. Leading up to a Silver Jubilee celebration scheduled for July, the intervention agency last week unveiled the anniversary logo in Owerri, the capital of Imo State. Going forward, the anniversary logo will replace the standard NDDC logo on all official information materials until after the commemoration celebrations in July. The NDDC also unveiled the official mascot for the Niger Delta Sports Festival, set to take place in Akwa Ibom from April 1st to 9th. As part of activities heralding the 25th anniversary on July 12, 2025. The mascot, named Bros, is a popular term in the region which means brother, commonly used to refer to each other in the region, symbolizing unity, friendship, and camaraderie among the people, regardless of tribe or creed. Designed as a dolphin, Bros embodies athleticism, compassion, and empathy, reflecting the communal spirit and intellectual strength that defines the Niger Delta people. The special guest at the event, Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodimma, in his remarks, pointed out how NDDC, under the leadership of President Bola Tinubu, is now rewriting the narrative in the region.
Indeed, with more than 10,000 projects successfully facilitated and executed by NDDC in the 9 benefiting states since 2001, it is obvious that this agency has come to stay. I must therefore salute the board and management for this renewed vigor.
For his part, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the NDDC, Dr. Samuel Obuku, expressed gratitude to the Imo State government for its continued support. He also called on other state governments in the region and development stakeholders to collaborate with the Commission in its mission to renew the hopes of the people.
We are also open to other partnership. Other IOCs are also trying to contact us to see how they can partner to carry out projects in areas of their operations, which we are also open to. We are also in discussion with Chevron to see how we can also construct the Madino to Escravos bridge, a road which is about 64 kilometers long with several bridges. That bridge and road, once constructed, is going to open up the Niger Delta to the blue economy.
Goodwill messages came from the Senate Committee Chairman on NDDC, Senator Asukwo Ekpeyong, and the Chairman of the House Committee on NDDC, Honorable Eriatake Borisuenu.
I would like to begin by expressing my most profound appreciation to His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his steadfast commitment to the progress of the Niger Delta through the Renewed Hope Agenda.
The maiden region-wide sports festival will bring together young talents from the 9 states of the Niger Delta to compete for top prizes across more than 10 sporting categories, including football, volleyball, basketball, athletics, and track events.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Members of society, especially young people with their future right ahead of them, have been urged to embrace a life of service to family and community by upholding the virtues of love and selflessness. This was the message from dignitaries from across the country who gathered last week in Delta State to bid farewell to Mrs. Pinapina Otuaro, mother of the immediate past deputy governor of the state, Kingsley Otuaro. Nene, as she was fondly called, went to be with the Lord on the 12th of February 2025 at the age of 88. Many described her as a quintessential mother who cared deeply for those around her.
The exemplary life of Mrs. Pinapina Otuaro is indeed a worthy example of how personal will and courage can lead to breakthroughs even in the toughest of times. Despite all the uncertainties and challenges that came her way, she did not just remain steadfast, but went through it with grace and cheerfulness. Her strength of character and selfless nature, which serves as a lesson in resilience and dedication, earned her the admiration of all and sundry. This was evident as dignitaries from within and outside Delta State, including Governor Sharif Oborewori, his Taraba State counterpart Agbu Kefas, former Delta State Governors Ifeanyi Okowa and Chief James Onanefe, Ibori, and other top government officials joined her son, Kingsley Otuaro, the immediate past deputy governor of Delta State, and the family to bid her farewell. born on December 28, 1939 in Oporoza, Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State. She was married to the late Mr. Napoleon Burutu Otuara, who passed away in 1986. Left to care for their 3 children, Nene, as she is fondly called, took on the challenge with strength and determination. Following a well-attended service of songs in honor of Mama, who passed away at the age of 88 on February 12, 2025 at Christ Embassy Church, Airport Road, Efurun, her remains was ferried in a grand procession to Oporoza for the final interment. Mourning the loss of their mother, family members described her as an extraordinary mother and a unifier who kept the bond of the family intact.
Mothers are the special gifts given to us by God, and even when they have lived in Methuselah age, it's never enough. But AKUGHA is exemplified the virtues she lived in, believed in, before she passed on. So we immortalize our virtues. Virtues of honesty, virtues of hard work and sacrifice, virtues of community service and dedication, devotion to God Almighty, which of course is critical.
Nene is a wonderful woman, a woman of dignity. She, in fact, the legacy she dropped, we pray to follow that legacy she dropped.
See, any problem that arises between anyone in the family, she ensures that that problem is resolved.
Similarly, sympathizers and friends of the family noted that all who knew her would deeply miss the love and care she generously shared. They also prayed for the repose of her soul and comfort for her family.
Nene has been a mother to everybody, a devoted Christian, very loving mother, very kind, peaceful. And she's not one that will see something going wrong and keep quiet.
Going by her biography, he did not have formal education but able to train his children.
Pina Otuara is survived by many children, including Kingsley Otuara, Mr. Bulletproof Otuara and Jerry Otuara, as well as grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Her kindness knew no bounds as she went beyond the call of family duty to touch lives and contribute to the well-being of her community and society at large.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, that's the size of our package on the program for today. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles showing right now on your screens. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA thanking you for staying tuned. Bye for now.